Hi guys, this is Luetin. Now I'm going to talk very quickly today about my server. Now a few people have said that they can't find my server anymore, that it's not there. Now as I mentioned in a couple of videos a while ago, I was deciding whether or not I would renew my server this month based on how active people were using the server and so on and so on. Now I've made videos about my server. I've mentioned it on I can't even know how many videos. I've mentioned it all the time. I posted a specific video, which I will link after this one, stating times when people should look to come to the server to get on. I've said times when I will be. The thing is, I can't always be on the server, mainly because, as I explained, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, okay? I work. So I can't be playing all the time and editing. I simply don't have the time for that. So it means that very often I need to be either choosing whether I want to spend the time that I have to edit or to play, or one or the other, but I generally can't do both. It means that although I might be producing videos out, it restricts the amount of time I actually can put in terms of physical gameplay. Now a lot of people want to come to my server to play with me. Now the whole point of why I set the server up was because I wanted to make a server which had good map selections to maximize quality gameplay. I wanted to have it set without any restrictions for you, so you could use whatever equipment you wanted, no stupid rules about shotguns or C4 or sniping or whatever. You know, you can do whatever you want to do, and it's set at 100 tickets, okay? So no big games. I know some people prefer it, etc., but the idea is to have proper Battlefield gameplay with a fair amount of tickets, and people can do whatever they want to in terms of actual gameplay, provided of course they're not abusing or being specifically over the top in how how vicious they are towards other players. It's not getting taken to a silly extreme. Alright, so I have made it so clear. I've begged people to come to the server, to use the server. I've made videos about it. I've told people about it. Everyone knows about it. They come to my server when I'm on there. The stupid thing is, if I send out a tweet, then the server just fills up and people are there ready to play. But if not, then the server is often empty. And I get people always making these sarky comments to me on my videos going, Luetin, why can't we play? There's never anyone in your server all the time. I get these comments every day, people just, complaining about it and sort of semi-mocking me going, Luetin, your server's empty again. And it's kind of like, I can't force people to play on it. But similarly, I'm not going to pay out for my server every month just because, it's a fair amount of money, and I don't want to be spending that money if the server's not getting used. I know that I can't play on the server every single day, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to have a server provided so that people can play on it, and then when I do want to play, I can come in and I know that the people that are there are going to be the kind of people that I want to play with, who are going to work for the objective. Means I can get some good recordings, and also it means that I can interact with people that watch me, and so on and so on. Now I haven't decided or not if I actually want to renew the server, because to be quite honest, if I need a server so that I can record gameplay, or if I want to do one of my run-throughs, etc. There's other people's servers that I work with in my clan. They have a couple of servers, so I could quite easily go in and edit and use those. I don't need to have my own server. Also, if I wanted to host an event, I could quite easily again use one of those, or I could rent a server for a day. You don't need to pay for a month, you could do that for a day. But I think it's a real shame, and I think it's a hugely missed opportunity, because people are regularly complaining about games with ticket counts. They're regularly complaining about abusive admins. Now, I know that I made a video a while ago, months ago now, where I kicked my own side because they were so unfocused on what was happening in the game that I literally just lost it. It was one of the rare times where I literally was like, this is insane. But on the whole, and people who play with me, people who regularly play with me, and people who have played on my server know that I'm generally a fair admin. And in fact, people who play with me, and if you look at my videos, will know that if I'm in a team where we're dominating so hard and the other team is not really trying, I regularly will switch to the other side, and I often say to the guys that I'm playing with my squad, I said, I'm going to the other team because they're having a really hard time and we need to balance this game up. And I'll get over there and I'll turn it around, and you would see the gameplay, alright? I've been in games where we've turned it around because I started getting over there. I go, guys, come on, let's get forward, let's move, let's get up there. And we start, maybe we don't win the round, but we make some significant progress and the team balances out and everyone has a better gameplay. Now, if people don't want games like that, if people want to go into the games where admins will, just because you're winning, they'll kick you out, I won't do that. If the team is winning, I won't kick people from the game, alright? But you know, I've said it again, and I've said it again, and I've said it again. I've told people what they can expect from my server. I've told them times to be on. I've said bring your friends. If you want to regularly come to the server, make it a server that you want to come on and use, then please do so. And people just haven't. And I feel like at the moment I'm just throwing money away. Because like I say, I do get on, but I can't be on every day. And in the meantime, I would like the server to be used. I would like it to be a regular place for people to come and play to. And if they don't want to do that, well, at the end of the day, there's not much point me having it. And it's not like I can force people to use it. And if people genuinely don't want to come to my server and they don't want to use it, that's fair enough. You know, maybe people have got other things, you know, they've got better servers, they've got better servers they go to all the time. So it's not the end of the world. I've got plenty of people and plenty of games and plenty of other servers. Like there's a couple of guys I regularly visit to their servers. So it's not a massive loss for me. I just think it's a little bit of a shame because I would really like to have a server where people regularly come to, where I know if I go to, I will probably be playing with some subscribers and so on and so on. But it looks like it was not to be. Now, if you guys in the comments here can convince me that it's actually worth me spending out money again to pay for a server this month, that you will actually come on, be active, use the server regularly with your guys, and be there when I want to come on and play so that we can all have a good game. And I always pick good map selections, and I generally stick to Rush and maybe 1 or 2 games of Conquest because I like the objective gameplay. But I also host often weekends like we did recently. We had a full just 24/7 Metro weekend recently. So good, lots of epic gameplay there. So I'll do some fun things as well. I'm not always going to stick it just on the hardcore objective gameplay all the time. But unless I get support from you guys to actually come on and play, it's just not worth it. It's not worth me having it. So unless you can come on and use the server regularly and back me up and help me with this, I'm just not going to do it because it's too much, you know, it's too much money to be thrown away every month on something that's just getting unused. The other issue, as I mentioned on another video, is the kind of World of Warcraft syndrome. And this is a problem that I've had before. Basically what used to happen was in WoW, you'd be trying to make a group, a small party to go and do the quests with, okay? And you would say, hey guys, we're making a group, do you want to come along? And they go, oh, how many people have you got? And you say, oh, we've got 2 people. And they'd say, all right, tell me when you got 5. And then you'd like, oh, okay. And then you'd ask the next person, they'd say, oh, well, how many people have you got? You say, oh, we've got 2 people. Tell me when you got 5. Or 4, whatever it used to be before. It was a 5-party group or 4-party group. I can't remember. It's years since I played. The point is that everyone wants to look at a server when they've got 15 or 16 or 18 people because they want to go straight into a game that's full. The problem is everybody has that mentality, then a server never gets filled up. And this is what used to happen with the party. You'd ask people after people after people if they wanted to join you, and they would all say the same thing. They want to be the last person to join so they don't have to waste any time and they can just come straight in and start off from the bat, yeah? If everyone has that mentality, then it never happens. And this is what happens with the server, is everyone looks at it and goes, oh, there's nobody in there. I know some people have said to me that they'll go into my server and they'll wait around for sort of 10-15 minutes and no one else will come on. Again, I totally sympathise. I know that's really frustrating. But the point is, I made it clear. I said on my video, I said to people, if you want to play on my server, join at these times. So in theory, everyone should know, all right, if we want to start playing, we start at 10 GMT on Luetin's server. Everyone turns up at that time. And then in theory, if everyone's coming within that time, even if you waited 10 minutes, everyone theoretically should come on at that same time. And I said this for the US guys as well. I said you can come on at that time or you can come on a little bit later because I said usually 7 EST is a good time as well. So in theory, again, everyone should know the optimum time to come and play. But evidently, it just seems that people have no interest to come and play on my server, and unless I'm specifically on there. The other thing that's really frustrating is that when I would leave, because often I'd have to go to bed or whatever, everyone just suddenly would leave. A lot of the VG guys that you see here, Raven and Airborne, the guys that I regularly play with, I'd speak to them the next day and they'd say, oh yeah, Luetin, after you left, everyone just left. And like the whole lobby just emptied out. That's not it, you know, you're not coming to the server just to play with me. And that kind of thing is another reason why I would not run the server. If people are literally playing just to play with me and then they want to leave, well, for one thing, they're not there for the right reasons, which means we're not going to get the good gameplay. And this is something that someone else mentioned to me, was that they said that Luetin, maybe the reason you've been having so many problems when you're playing is because people are coming to your server not really to play the game properly. They're coming there just to sort of see you, to maybe try and get your tags or whatever, and to just generally be on the server that you're in. And so again, it's another reason why I wouldn't want to renew it, because I want people to come to play and want to play properly, not just to come to see me or to try and speak to me in a squad or dick around or whatever. Okay, so if you actually want to come and play some proper games, if you guys think that, you know, you can be regularly on, you can come on the times when I've said, because those are the optimum times when I would play, between 10 GMT and maybe 1, you know, sort of 7, 8, 9 EST, that kind of time. That's the sort of time period where I'm likely to be online. If people want to use the server fully in any other time of the day, you're welcome to do so. If you have a load of guys, if you have sort of 10 guys and you want to come on and get some gameplay, yeah, do it. It's fine. So that's really where I am with this. For Aftermath, as I said, I'm fully planning to, I will need to have a server then, because I'll need to break down all the maps and stuff. I'll be doing full reviews like I've done before, so I'm going to need it for that. I'm going to need it to do the event, I'm going to need it for gameplay, and I'm going to want it for that. But in the meantime, as I say, I can pick up a server for a day. I don't need to rent, or even a week, maybe if I did it for that week, Aftermath week. But I don't need to be paying out for a month for the server to be empty every day. So that's where I'm on this, guys, and I just needed to put this video here to tell you guys, and I really hope that I'm going to get a lot of positive feedback here, and people say, yeah, well, you know, we'll try and come on this day, or we'll try and play on your server a couple of times a week or whatever. Really need to. By the way, look at this gameplay. Look at this gameplay. Now, this is absolutely ludicrous. It just shows the insane poorness of how bad people are at defending nowadays. I ran in there, took out a couple of guys, I armed the target in front of the... How could they not see me? How could they not see me? Absolutely ludicrous. Really is. I think it just highlights how severely bad people are at defending nowadays. So that's where I'm on this one, guys. I really do look forward to your thoughts and comments, because I want to have my server, I want to play with everyone, and, you know, I'm hoping this will be a positive thing. Thanks for watching.